Welcome back, Chicago Duds. Welcome back, Dads. #1 in '81.
Tell them where we are and who we're going to go talk to.
Okay, folks, we're here at the start of another spring training session. This year we're going to try and start our report off with an interview with Mr. Charlie Grimm of Dad fame.
What's his claim to fame, Nick?
He used to crotch the Cubs. He crotched them the last time they won a pennant, which I can't remember when that was.
What century was that?
I think it was AD. Probably in the 1800s, I'd guess.
Okay.
I live out here. Yeah, I still work with the club.
What capacity?
Yeah, instructional league in the fall of the year, and in the spring with the young fellas. But after they report after the Major League Ball Club leaves the city,
Where do they practice?
they train
Down
at
here?
Fitch Field.
Oh, at Fitch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where they're playing now today, right?
Yeah, that's where they work out at 12
Yeah.
o'clock today.
You've been watching the pitchers and catchers
Yeah.
quite a bit. How do they look this year?
Well, we've got two boys I'm very high on that came out of our organization and our farm system. Left-hander Churchill, good-looking boy, and Herman Segelke, a big right-hander.
Segelke was on the non-roster squad last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's
Did he ever
improved a
come
lot.
up?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he's on the big roster now. Both of them are, Churchill and Segelke.
Where's Churchill from?
You mean his hometown?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I have to get the roster on that.
Did he get him from, what college did he play at?
I don't know what college either. I just look at talent. I sit up in the stand and watch talent, and hometown don't mean a lot to me.
Pretty sure they'll make the team, though?
I think they got a good chance because Cubs need pitching.
They sure do.
They may not make it this year, but they're sure have major league ability.
What do you think of the managing change?
Oh, Joe
do a good job? Yes.
Oh, yes. I look for him, and I wish him all the luck in the world. He's a good baseball man. He's gone through all the fundamentals of baseball. He was a good coach and everything else, and his knowledge is very good at baseball, and he's surrounded with some good coaches.
Yeah. This is the first managing opportunity he's had.
Yeah, it is for a long while, and he was smart to wait this long.
Yeah, I think so.
Because a manager takes a job to be fired.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Now, a question that a lot of people will be asked, what do you think of having dealt Kingman away for Henderson and the cash?
Well, I think they're good. Yes, I know they're giving up some power, but they're not giving up any defense. And another thing, they are trying to go along with their young ball players, and I think the fans in Chicago are going to stand up strongly for that.
Yeah.
I think they have some fine talent, young talent on this ball club this year.
Yeah.
Better first baseman.
Gil Hodges came up as a catcher, you know.
Man, oh man.
Jim Bottomley, has he still got the record for most runs batted in one game? 13.
Bottomley got the most runs.
Sonny Jim, the Cardinals.
Yeah, then 9. But that's a tradition of baseball. If you can't do anything in first, second base, third base, or the outfield or catching, put them on first base.
What about Bill Terry? Bill Gary.
Yeah. Good Lord, I can go back on the old days when they had every ball club had a good first baseman.
And not only that, they hit 330 and 340.
And we had to stay out there infield practice 30 minutes, not 10, 30. There was no Chesterfield time in those days.
That's right.
We stayed out and played ball.
You were talking about first baseman just a little while ago. You remember Del Bissonette?
Yes. Del Bissonette was a good hitter.
He came from up New Hampshire, Maine way.
That's the trouble with the development program. Always talking about what he can't do.
Morning.
Hi.
Come on, hot dog and a Coke.
Dog?
Not a real one. Oh, I wish I had one of those baseballs. Yeah. I always wanted the baseball. Oh, a team roster.
Thank you.
Has all the people on it.
$1.75.
Y'all ready for the season to start?
Finally. Now that the fear's gone that they were going to strike.
They'll wait for the season to start this year.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Cubs this year?
カブスの今年に関してですね。
What Mitsu said just now is that he thinks the Cubs are really going to do it this year in a big way, like vacuum cleaners.
I'm down this weekend. We're down to do the spring training TV show because I've got to leave Tuesday to get back with DePaul and the Bulls. So this is a 3 or 4 day deal for me to get down, and we do a regular spring training show.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of the workouts, but most of my work has been confined to getting some TV work done.
Yeah. As far as the roster goes, what do you how do you think they're going to do this year? Do you think there will be an improvement over last year? Well, they had a pretty poor year last year.
You got to go up.
Yeah, you have to go up.
And I think they've made a couple deals that have helped, and I think they had to get somebody who could catch the ball at third base. They haven't had anybody there since Santo.
Right.
Reitz is an established big league third baseman.
Right.
And Strain, I like Strain a lot better at second than anybody that played there last year. Durham is an unknown quantity because he's only been in the big leagues a little while, but if you go on what he did in the minor leagues in the Cardinal organization and what people think of him, you got to feel that his big years are going to be at Wrigley Field. He's really an exciting ball player. So.
He's a left-handed hitter, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's got a lot of speed.
Yeah, he hits the ball real good, I know. I saw him
He had
play
a home run at
games
Wrigley
last year.
Field last year that's still going, I think.
Yeah? I'm not surprised.
And of
Will
course
he be at first base, you think, or will he be out in right field?
Well, I would think right now he'd be in right field because Buckner is still here.
Yeah.
Right.
He'll be in left
Yeah.
because King Kong the big bird is gone.
Right. What do you think of that deal? Do you like that?
Well, I think the Cubs were put in a position where they had to make the deal. I think that Barry Foote, who was Dave's best friend, put it as on the bottom line as you could put it. The Cubs couldn't go into another season wondering if he wanted to play or not.
Right.
And he's got some ability, but if you're going to be wondering and if it's going to be a turmoil in the clubhouse, I think it was a deal they had to make. They've been trying to make it for a long time. And Henderson obviously is a better defensive player. He won't hit the home runs that Dave did.
Right.
But after looking at the Cubs last year, we got to stop giving games away. We got to keep the other team from scoring. If you hit all those home runs and lose 11-9, it's still a loss.
He seems to get injured real easily.
Seems to be injury prone. I liked him. He was good to me. I never had any controversy with him.
We'll be right back with more of our spring training report after this word from our sponsor.
Hey, Dad, you want my Coke?
That's okay.
Really? You can have it.
No, kid. That's okay. No.
Take it.
Okay. Thanks.
The ball game makes me feel good.
Catch.
Losing the ball game makes me feel good. That's the way it should be. The whole world laughing at me. Coca-Cola adds life.
Oh boy.
Put a cork in your smile.
Oh boy.
Hey, Lude.
Hey, Skid!
Want to be interviewed?
Look at all the losers and the mad-eyed gazers. Look at all the loonies and the sad-eyed failures. They've given up living 'cause they just don't care. So take a good look around. The misfits are everywhere. La la. They say every dog has his day.
Well, folks, there you have it from sunny Mesa, Arizona. A preview of your dads. we took as much time as we thought necessary to show you how hard they were working out this year, working to improve last year's record.
I got tired just watching them. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I've
I got tired of watching them too.
I've had my fill of your dad's practicing for one day. Yeah, actually for a whole spring training. Well, anyway, folks, we did try to get an interview for you with
Skid.
Lud Boudoir, but he was a little bit cautious about it. He said that he would have to sign or get an okay from Mr. Rosenberg to do it. Maybe he wasn't convinced that this was only going to be for private use. I don't do it, but he does. And so he politely refused interview.
We didn't have a bottle of wine to offer him either, so I think that was the difference right there.
Yeah. We were going to try and possibly get a few shots of dead Slob Kennedy, but probably fortunately for you,
every time I
ran out.
every time I put the camera on and tried to turn it on, the camera just absolutely refused to go on. I can't understand why.
In general, there doesn't look to be much hope for your dad's this season, again,
Well,
as usual.
We'll give him a fat chance. We'll evaluate him some more and send you an audio report. Nick, you live down here. You'll get a better chance to see him than I do. But just from what we just know of your duds right now and the G. Stringman trade and all that, what do you stink? And you do.
Pork it. If any of their pitchers would come around and have respectable seasons this year,
Like all of them.
just about, I would say it would be possible for them to finish with, I'm going out on a limb now, but it would be possible for them to finish better than last year. I believe they had 95 or 96 losses. I'd say maybe 88 to 90 losses this year. If their pitching comes around, but their pitching staff is just full of question marks. They've got a very weak bullpen now without the juice. All they have is filthy prick Skid Row and Bally Eastwick, and remains to be seen how well they will do this year.
The whole pitching staff specializes in throwing gopher balls.
Oh, well.
They've been working on that quite hard this year in spring training, I might add.
Well, I haven't seen any of those, but most everything they serve is pretty fat.
Well, that was pretty optimistic, Nick. I have to spray that.
I'm not saying they'll be out of last place. I was just saying that their record may be a little bit improved. The Mets with G. Stringman now, maybe they could drop down below your dad's this year.
I'm gonna spray that. I think they're gonna go for 100 losses this year. I think it could be one of their worst years of all slime, and that's only if their pitching is like it was last year, which it could be, or probably will be, but worse without the shooter.
Well, I'm sure they'll go for it, Nick Raff, but I don't reek that they'll hit 100 losses this year.
Okay.
Maybe next year.
Well, we want to leave you folks on a note of optimism, though, or on an up note.
We better cut the camera and try to think of one, don't you think?
We're trying to think. We didn't leave totally empty-handed or totally negative. At least we got, and while we were there.
Oh,
an autograph.
that's right. Autograph baseball.
And we'll show this to you in a nice big close-up in just a second. But Nick was very bold, walking around and talking to all your duds and dads and.
I got the signatures.
The ones that could talk, that is. Most of them can't or can only grunt.
Well, yeah, you see, some of them just signed X here. Well, you'll see that.
So, and until next year, dads fans. We forgot to mention one important item. There is one ray of hope, slim ray, Burris, of hope for your dads this year, and that is they're talking about going on strike in May. And if your dads are real lucky, they might still be in first place or even above 500.
That would definitely ruin your 100 loss prediction. There's no way they could lose 100 by May 23rd.
Okay, you have to put a little bit of a qualifier on that then. But okay, dads fans, we're gonna sign off the air now.
They came from Wrigley Field. I know they came from there. All the players were overpaid, and most of them rarely played. All the Cubbies choked there. all their fans turn red. No one ever dies there. Everyone is dead. Some say they let gars and should sign some of the stars who play so great so late in the summer. But they won't! That might be good.